Welcome back to iAskTech. In this video, I am going to show you how to use useContext in Next.js 14. So our goal is to implement a theme switcher using useContext. So it is going to be a very simple and quick video that will teach you how to use useContext. So let's begin. First of all, we need to set up our Next.js project. If it is not already set up, then you have to run this command npx create next app. So once you run this command, it will ask you a few questions like which project name you want to type. You have to specify the project name, and then you have to select the TypeScript and Tailwind CSS if you want to. So you have to select the options, whatever suits you according to your needs. Once you are done, your project will be created. So then open that project in your favorite editor, and we will be using VS Code in this case. Alright, now it's time to create context. So to create a context, open your VS Code. So right now you can see my project is currently running in the browser. So open the VS Code, go to the layout, and in the layout I will create a theme context. Export const theme context is equal to React. Make sure to import the React and then use create context and call it and pass it a default value. I will pass it theme, and I will pass it an empty function toggle theme. And now I will create my custom theme provider. Export constant custom, or you can call it theme provider, and it will be receiving a children property. Okay, now I have defined the type. Now here I will create a state const theme and set theme. Okay, and I will also create a function toggle theme. When this function would be called, it will update the theme. It will get the current value of the theme, and based on that it will revert the value to the opposite. So if it is light, it will make it dark, and if it is dark, then it will make it light. It is using the ternary operator in this case. Now we will return the theme context dot provider. Okay, and we will pass the children in it, and in the provider I will pass a value, and within that value I will have two options. I will actually pass the object. In that object I have passed the theme property and toggle theme function. Okay, now let's go to the root layout component. So here where we are passing the children, we have to wrap the children with the theme provider like that. Okay, now let's go to the page dashboard. Right now it does not exist, so I will create a new file, dashboard/page.tsx, and here I will export it default function page. By the way, there is a short command as well in VS Code that you can use to quickly create the skeleton component. For example, you can use RAFCE. If you press enter, it will immediately create the bare bone for this component. By the way, let's look at the browser to see if everything is still working. Okay, we can see that there is an error. It is saying that create context only works in a client component, and the use client directive at the top of the file to use it. So there is a problem. If you go back to the layout, here you will see that we are using the hook use state. The problem is that if you want to use it, you have to make this component client component, and you have to add the use client here. Okay, but with that there would be a problem. The problem is that it will make the entire everything in this file client component. And if you don't want to make your layout the client component, then it will destroy your purpose. So if you want to continue with this approach, you can just comment out the metadata that you are exporting, because in a client component you cannot export the metadata. That's what it is now complaining. So once you save it, it will start working. But there is another approach if you don't want to convert it into the client component. So let's revert it back. So let's remove the use client from the top, and I will create a new folder in the app. You may call it components, and within that you can create a file, maybe context.tsx. You can give it whatever name you prefer. Now let's move all code that is related to context creation. So I'm going to cut all of this code and let's put it here. And here on the top I will add useContext. Okay, we have to import the missing things, so I have imported that from the React. Okay, once that is done, we need to import it here in the layout. So if you type command dot in your Apple or Mac OS, then you will see this suggestion. If you click on add import, then it will automatically add the import statement. Or if you click on this one, then it will add all of the missing imports. So even if there are 50 missing imports, it will automatically find and import them. But let's do this one for now. Okay, great. Now if you reload it, the issue should be gone. Okay, so here you have to use content use client. Okay, then it will work. Okay, save it, and now if you reload it, the issue should be gone. Now let's go to the dashboard, and here I will access my context. For that I will create a constant, and we will access it in this way. So make sure to import the React. There is another problem. You cannot set the name of the page with the small letter, so let's fix it. Okay, now let's import the theme context, and now we are able to use the theme here. So here I will add the h1 tag. Theme is this, and now let's go to the dashboard page, and here I can see another error that we are using the use context, so we can use it here. So if you want to use it, you have to convert this into a client component. So I'm going to add use client. If you don't want to convert this into a client component, then you may have to create a new component that would be a client component, and then you will inject that component into here. Okay, now you can see that the error has gone. And now let me add some style here. I am using tailwind CSS, so I will quickly add some easy style. So like the width full, h full, and flex, align, item center, justify center. Okay, save it. Let me add height to the 100 VH. Okay, all right, let me change the font size as well. Text 6 XL. All right, now let me add a button here, and in that button I will add a text toggle theme. And now let's register a click event here. Here you will add on click, and we will call the toggle theme function. So this function is basically coming from the context.tsx file. Here we have defined the toggle theme, and we have passed it to this value. Now whenever we will call it, this function would be executed. Okay, so now let's give it a try. This is a toggle theme button, but it does not look like a button, so let me add some style here as well. And here I will add some classes. Let me get the benefit of GitHub Copilot. It is giving me nice suggestions. Let me use the BG blue and this shade. Okay, let's add few line breaks. Line breaks are not working, so let me add a div here. That will actually, it will not work because we are using flex. You have to add direction flex call. Now it will show it in the vertical direction. I will add some gap 20. All right, now let's click on the toggle theme and you can see that the theme is being changed. Okay, so now you are able to change the state in the context from one place, and it is accessible throughout your entire application. You can also change the background color and text as well. So for example, if you want to change the background from black to white, if it is a light theme, then it is also possible. So let's do that. Now I need to install a third-party plugin, that a library from Tailwind CSS that is very helpful to prepare conditional classes. So let's do that. Here I will install npm install c. If you want to read about it, you can just open your browser and find out some details about it from the npm website. So here you can see there are too many weekly downloads. It is quite famous and trustworthy. You can see this is how you are able to use. First you will have to put the classes, and then you will have to put the condition. Okay, so there are different ways you can look at them. You can look at them later. Now let's go back to the VS Code, and here I'm going to cut out all of these. I will convert it into the JavaScript by adding the curly braces, and now I will import the CLS-SX. Make sure it is imported, and now I will call it. Okay, now here I will pass an object, and here I will pass my existing classes that I just copied, and here I will pass true. So these would be added at every cost, and I think I need to add single quote here, like that. Okay, now I need to add other conditions as well. So okay, I have added the BG white. If theme is light, then BG white should be added. And here I will also add the class text black. So you can see these classes would be added based on condition. Now let's try it. Let's go back to the browser and open our app. Right now light theme is activated, text is black, and background is white. If you click on that, text became white and background became black. Okay, now I will quickly show you one last thing, that is, as I told you, you are able to use it anywhere because this context is globally available in your entire application. So I am going to quickly create a sidebar here. So in the components I will create new file sidebar.tsx. okay, and here I will add useContext, use client, and now I will create my component, and I will export this constant. Okay, now I will access the same context in this file as well, const. Okay, we have to import the React and make sure that name of your components are starting with the capital letter. Okay, and now let's import the theme context. Okay, now all errors are gone. Now in the sidebar you can show the theme. So here I have added the button that will toggle it. Also I will add the current theme. Now let's test it. But before testing it, we have to put the sidebar in the layout, that is the root layout. So here I will add my, by the way, make sure to put your sidebar within the theme provider. If you put it outside of it, then it will not work. So I will show you both examples as well. So here I will first add the sidebar here outside of the theme provider, save it. Okay, now if you click on that, you will notice that nothing is happening. Okay, now let's move it inside the theme provider like this, save it and reload it. Okay, now you can see it is showing that current theme is light. If you click on that, the theme has been toggled, and you are able to, if I zoom in, you will see that it is saying light. If you click on that, it is now saying dark. Okay, so you can see that we are now able to switch the theme from two different places. So this is the power of the use context, that you can share the state globally throughout your entire application. You can access it and you can manipulate it. We have covered, I think, everything. We have created the theme provider, we have wrapped the children with the theme provider, and we have used the context in the component to consume the theme state, and we also included the button in the component to toggle the theme, and we also have dynamically changed the CSS properties based on the theme. I think that's it. I hope that this video was very useful for you. If you think that it helped you in any way, then please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon. And also please like, share and comment on this video to leave your thoughts or question. I would be happy to assist or reply you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.